Hello everyone, welcome to Education in Hands. In this video, we are going to start our topic bolted connections. If we see the outcomes of this video, today we are going to discuss the definition of bolt and what are the parts of bolt and classification of bolts according to Indian standards and its advantages and disadvantages in connections. So first, if we see what is meant by a bolt means, it is defined like a metallic pin with a head, threaded shank and a nut. If we see the figure, it will look like this. When we are coming from the right end, the first part is called as head. Then the second part, which is in plane surface, is called as shank. And then immediately after head, where the shank is going to start, that place is called radius of the bolt. So the radius at the starting of shank is taken as the radius of bolt. Why? Because in some bolts like unfinished bolts, the radius throughout the shank is not uniform. That's why we are considering radius of bolt at its head place only. Then next, the threaded position, which is after the shank, is called as thread, and the piece which is holding this threaded position is called as nut. Now if we see, the length of this plane surface of the shank is called as grip length and the threaded portion is called as thread length, and the total length of the bolt is called as nominal length of the bolt. This is the basic definition and parts of a bolt. Then if we see the classification of bolts, according to clause 2.4 of IS 800, they specified different codes are provided for different classes of bolts. So if we combine together and segregate, the total classification of bolts are divided into 4 categories, which are like this. So in that categories, the first one is classification of bolts according to material and strength. So if we see, according to material and strength, bolts are classified as two types, that is ordinary structural bolt and high strength steel bolt. So one is ordinary structural bolt and another one is high strength steel bolt, depending on material and strength. Then the second type of classification is according to type of shank, how the shank is, and classification is based on that shank. So what are those classifications? First one is unfinished black bolt, which is like not fully finished. That's why it is called unfinished or black bolt. Then the next one is turned bolt, and then the last one is high strength friction grip or HSFG bolt, which is having very high strength and its holding capacity is also more. We will discuss about this high strength friction grip bolting design in later classes. And one more advantage with this high strength friction grip bolting is it requires less number of bolts compared to normal bolts, and it is having certain limitations also. We will discuss it later. Then the third classification is according to pitch and fit of thread. So according to pitch and fit of thread, these are classified into 3 types. The first one is standard pitch bolt, and the second one is fine pitch bolt, and the third one is coarse pitch bolt. So depending on the pitch and fit of thread, these are divided into 3 types: standard, fine and coarse. And the last one is according to shape of head and nut. So if we see, according to shape of head and nut, these are divided into 2 types, that is square bolt and hexagonal bolt. Usually we observe hexagonal type of bolts in our markets, and as well as square bolts are also available in the market. Those are very rare actually. Then the next one, if we see the advantages of bolts, the first one is erection is easy and speedy. So the bolted connections we can erect very easily. After drilling a hole, we can keep the bolt and we will fix the nut. Then less skilled persons are enough. Compared to riveted connections, less skilled persons, a basic knowledge person about the bolt can also fix the bolt. Overall cost is cheaper than riveted. So whenever a skilled labor is not required means obviously the cost of the bolting will be less, and as well as there is no need of heating also in this bolting connections. Then high strength bolts are much stronger and needs less fasteners. So as we discussed, high strength bolts are having good strength than normal bolts. That's why they require only few bolts for the connection. No need of fire for heating. So in case of riveting, we use heating, but here there is no need of fire. And the last one is easy to install and replace and maintain. So whenever we install a bolt, if it is having any problem, then we can replace it, we can remove it, and we will replace it with a new one. There is no need of high damage or high maintenance in case of bolted connections. Then there are some limitations also in these bolted connections. What are those limitations means? Connections have less strength in axial tension. So these bolted connections have less strength in axial tension, and strength is reduced under vibration and connections get loosened. So whenever there are vibrations, there is a chance of loosening the nut. That's why these connections get loosened in vibratory mechanism structures. And then unfinished bolts have lesser strength because of non-uniform diameter. So whenever unfinished bolts are considered, the shank diameter is not uniform throughout the length. Due to this, sometimes the strength gets reduced and architectural look is not good. So whenever we are adopting bolted connections means the architectural look or the aesthetic appearance is not so good. These are the disadvantages associated with the bolted connections. But compared to these advantages, disadvantages are very less. That's why we are using these bolted connections very oftenly. So this is the introduction about bolted connections. In next class, we will see the terminology which we are using in this bolted connections and what are the different types of codal provisions given for the design.